We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Lucius Annaeus Seneca was a Roman Stoic philosopher, statesman, and playwright who lived in the 1st century AD. He was a prominent figure in the Roman Empire during the reign of Emperor Nero, and played an important role in shaping the intellectual and political landscape of his time. Seneca was born into a wealthy and influential family in Córdoba, Spain. He was educated in rhetoric, philosophy, and law, and he became a successful lawyer and orator. He was also a tutor and advisor to Emperor Nero and played a key role in the imperial court. But later he was forced to retire and exiled by the emperor. Welcome to Black Rock Inspired. Today we're going to show you how to live a tranquil life according to the teachings of the ancient Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca. Seneca believed that the key to living a fulfilled and peaceful life is to cultivate self-control, rationality, and detachment from external events. He believed that by understanding our own thoughts and emotions and practicing mindfulness in the present moment, we can gain greater control over them and maintain inner peace even in the face of adversity. He also encourages individuals to strive for virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. Seneca's philosophy includes the importance of self-reflection and self-knowledge, as well as living a simple and frugal life, shunning material wealth and luxury in favor of a focus on the inner self and personal growth. We will be exploring Seneca's teachings in depth and providing practical tips and exercises for incorporating them into our own life. Whether you're looking to reduce stress and anxiety or simply want to live a more peaceful and fulfilling life, his philosophy offers valuable insights and guidance. So stay tuned and let's dive in. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Seneca argued that if we learn to enjoy the present rather than anxiously worrying about the future, then we will be more likely to achieve a state of true happiness. People often become overly focused on their desires for success or material goods because they think it will make them happy, but in reality, these things are fleeting and provide only short-term pleasure. Instead of looking to external sources for gratification, Seneca advocated finding joy in each moment as it comes and living life with a sense of gratitude for all that is given to us. Living a tranquil life requires an individual to practice self-control so that one does not get carried away in pursuit of temporary pleasures or material possessions. They must also learn how to recognize their own limitations and accept themselves as they are. Moreover, individuals should strive to stay connected with nature, take time out from their everyday lives to reflect on their experiences, and practice acts of generosity towards others as part of their journey towards greater peace and contentment within themselves. The greatest remedy for anger is delay. Seneca believed that anger is a natural emotion, but it can become problematic when it is uncontrolled and leads to impulsivity and irrational behavior. He taught that one should not suppress or deny the feeling of anger, but instead learn to manage it by practicing self-control. In his opinion, the best way to control anger is to delay the reaction to it, which allows the mind to cool down and the rational part of the brain to take over. Thus, giving time to think before acting can lead to a more effective response and can prevent us from saying or doing something that we might regret later. In addition to this, delaying anger can help build empathy and understanding between individuals. When faced with a difficult situation, it can be easy for one's emotions to cloud their judgment. By taking a few moments before responding and considering another's point of view, individuals can learn more about each other and become less likely to find themselves in heated situations when disagreements arise. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Seneca believed that fear and lack of confidence can make even the simplest of tasks appear daunting, and that by facing our fears, we can develop the courage to tackle difficult challenges. He taught that instead of shying away from difficulties, we should embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. This wisdom has been passed down for centuries and can be seen in many different cultures and societies. It emphasizes the idea that fear can distort our perception of reality, leading to feelings of insecurity when presented with difficulties. The courage to accept difficult tasks also requires us to take calculated risks. While risks may lead to failure, there is often a potential for success as well. Taking risks allows us to embrace new opportunities and challenge ourselves in ways that would otherwise remain unaddressed. You will find no one willing to share out his money, but to how many does each of us divide up his life? People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Seneca is pointing out that people are often very protective of their money and resources, but tend to be less mindful of how they spend their time. He suggests that people often take for granted the time that they have and don't realize how precious it is until it's gone. He is encouraging individuals to be more mindful of how they use their time and to be more intentional about how they spend it. Time can be seen as a finite resource, one that cannot be reclaimed once lost. We can use our time to build relationships, learn new skills, explore new places, or simply relax with friends or family. Time is such an important factor for success in any endeavor. We must value it above all other resources in order to achieve our goals. Taking time to focus on personal growth will reap rewards both now and in the future. An hour spent learning a new skill or improving upon an existing one could prove invaluable later on down the road. Ignorance is the cause of fear. According to Seneca, fear often arises from a lack of understanding of the true nature of a situation. When people are unaware of a certain situation, it can be quite easy for them to imagine all sorts of potential scenarios and become overwhelmed with fear. For example, if someone is unfamiliar with the street they just moved to, they may find themselves becoming anxious about what could lurk in the shadows or what dangers lie around the corner by not knowing their environment. It's easy to build up a sense of fear and apprehension. Fear can also arise when a person has an incomplete understanding of something, so it is important for individuals to take initiative in educating themselves through research so that they can make sound decisions without being overwhelmed by feelings of uncertainty due to ignorance of their situation or circumstances. For example, if someone learns about the safety measures in place on airplanes and understands how they work, they may be less afraid of flying. Similarly, if someone learns about public speaking techniques and how to connect with an audience, they may be less afraid of speaking in public. Educating yourself will give you confidence to navigate more complex issues with greater ease and reduces anxiety that may arise from not understanding completely all aspects associated with it. With knowledge comes power. Only then will fear fade away. For many men, the acquisition of wealth does not end their troubles, it only changes them. Seneca is suggesting that the pursuit of wealth and material possessions can be a never-ending cycle that only brings about new problems and troubles. He is highlighting the fact that many people believe that acquiring wealth will solve their problems and bring them happiness, but in reality, it often only leads to new difficulties and concerns. This is a key aspect of his philosophy that emphasizes the importance of living a simple and frugal life, shunning material wealth and luxury in favor of a focus on the inner self and personal growth. Seneca suggests that many people are never satisfied with what they have. They are always chasing after more wealth and possessions, believing that they will bring them happiness. But once they attain it, they find out that their problems and troubles have only changed, not ended. They may not have financial troubles, but they also have to deal with the stress and anxiety of maintaining their wealth and status. They may have more material possessions, but they also have to worry about losing them or keeping them safe. The acquisition of wealth does not bring an end to one's troubles, it only changes them. For many people, the acquisition of wealth may seem like a solution to all their problems and bring them happiness, but in truth it is rarely so simple. While having money certainly makes life easier in many ways, it can also be a source of new problems and anxieties. Instead of having to worry about basic needs such as food, rent, or bills being paid on time, financial struggles become replaced by questions of how best to use the newfound resources. Investment opportunities may arise that need careful consideration and risk assessment. The newfound wealth might lead to lifestyle changes that can create tension with family and friends. Or the acquisition of wealth might make one a target for those wishing to take advantage for their own gain. Seneca encourages us to find contentment and satisfaction in what we have and to focus on personal growth. We hope this video has been informative and helpful in understanding Seneca's teachings and how they can be applied to your life. Remember that true happiness and inner peace come from being content with what you have, practicing mindfulness and self-control, and living in the present moment. We encourage you to explore Seneca's works and philosophy further and to incorporate his teachings into your daily life. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.